Notes number 4 are on absolute value word problems. So anytime you have a word problem with absolute value, you will have absolute value of x minus. So I put a minus sign right there. You're never going to have a plus sign, so you can make a note of that. And then you're going to look for keywords. So you'll have two numbers in the problem. The number that has to do with being the average, the mean, a set value, your usual number, a typical number will go on the inside always. And then the one that has to do with within, more or less, range, you might see that it varies, fluctuates is another one. That one will go on the inside. And typically, most of the time, the bigger number of the two goes on the inside, so that can also help. So number 1, I'm going to set it up before I even start. So x minus, and then I'm going to find my two numbers. The two numbers are 16 ounces and then 0.3 ounces. And there's some keywords there. Okay, so your numbers also, I forgot to say, will always have the same unit. So both of these are in ounces. So from these, 16 ounces is on the inside. That's your typical number of sugar in a bag, and then 0.3 ounces more or less. So once you have this, you're going to go ahead and solve this. We're going to split it just like we've been doing. And then we're going to do plus 16 on both sides. We get x is equal to 16.3. We get x is equal to 15.7. And then we have the lightest and the heaviest. So from these two, lightest would be 15.7, heaviest 16.3. Okay, next one. We have average number is 25 seats. That should be seats right there. Then the number can vary by 3. So from these two, the one that goes on the inside is 25, and then 3 goes on the outside. We split it. We add 25. We get 28 on one side. And we get 22. So minimum would be 22. Maximum would be 28. Then we have number 3. Keywords are 93 million miles and then 1.6. So 93 goes on the inside. You don't have to put all the zeros. And then 1.6 is going to be on the outside. We split it. And then we're going to do plus 93. So we have 94.6, 91.4. So since we were talking about million and we didn't put all the zeros, I'm going to just put the word million for my final answer. So minimum is 91.4. Maximum is 94.6 million. And then finally, number 4, we have, they give us a formula. So this is kind of combining the last few lessons with word problems. So this formula, I'm going to rewrite it so that the absolute value is on the left. So I have this right here. Oop, equals R. And then they actually give us the revenue. It tells us 790 million. So we're still solving. I'm going to isolate this right here. So I'm going to do minus 990. Then divide by negative 40. And then we split it. You just have to be careful with something like this because of how the problem is worded. So here I get x equals 16, x equals 6. But this is asking for what years, not what x values. If you read the problem, it tells you what x stands for. X is a number of years since 1980. So if we're at 1980 and it's been 16 years, we add the 16. We get 1996, and then same thing on the other side. If it's 1980 and it's been the 6 years on this side, we get 1986. So final answer is 1986 and 1996.